Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. Fuck Ice, I'm your ever-loving host, Short. We're going to take a look at the brand new Star Trek Starfleet Academy Lost Contact comic book. Quite the mouthful, but needed to be said. Right, before we get too far into this, I do have to clarify, I actually really quite like Starfleet Academy. The TV series I thought was really a lot of fun. Not perfect, there was a couple of episodes which felt fillery, but for the most part, genuinely enjoyable. I grew up watching DS9, that was my Star Trek when I was a younger man. This feels like it's along that kind of line, and I love the whole high school, or college I suppose, drama of it all. I thought it was very entertaining, funny when it needed to be, heartfelt when it needed to be, and the reason I'm bringing this up is twofold. Number one, in case anyone's coming here thinking this is going to be just some right-wing dunk on the Starfleet property, the Star Trek property, Starfleet Academy Pacific, you are wrong. I'm not that kind of person at all. And secondly, as much as I like the TV show, not a big fan of the comic book, so my criticism of this doesn't come from any kind of culture or grifting standpoint at all. Thoroughly enjoyed the TV show, hope season 2 carries on in the same vein, but with what's going on at Paramount, I really can't be sure on that one. Why, however, did I not like Starfleet Academy Lost Contact? Well, first off, it's the artwork. Some bits of it I did like. Colouring was quite nicely done, nice richness to it. It looks hand-done watercolour-esque, and it does give a nice organic feel to the pages. It makes these people feel, I was going to say human there, but we're dealing with Star Trek. It makes them feel people. Closest I can come. Sorry. But the line work, not up to as much as I would have liked. Quality certainly was lacking here. It feels like putting most of the title characters behind coloured glass helmets for most of it is already going to be a difficult thing. They're all wearing very uniform outfits. I mean, not even just literally uniforms, but they're wearing spacesuits. So there's hardly any individuality to them, and they don't look very interesting, and they don't look that great either. There's a flatness to it. When it gets to the action and different things happening over time, over panels, there's not even much of a narrative flow that's done by the art. It just feels like here is a still image of the next thing that happens. And yeah, that's kind of fair. It's a comic book. It's not like these things move. But I've spoken at length before of how people can use good page layouts, and when they drop dialogue in at the right places, it draws the eye around the page in such a way that it does feel like there is a flow to the art, which leads into the narrative. It is not present in here. It just feels a little bit, I mean, flat is a word I've already used, but I'm struggling to give a better explanation, a better description of why it didn't quite work for me, in spite of having really nice coloured artwork. The story kind of falters a little bit as well. First off, it is very much a Route 1 Star Trek story of going on an away mission to a planet, and then something goes wrong, and the away team is stranded and have to figure stuff out on their own. And it's like, yeah, okay, it's not quite a cave issue, but it's close enough in terms of a bottleneck kind of thing that I was like, right, okay, so they're going to go very much Route 1. They're not doing anything that's going to impress me in terms of core concept, but I'm still open to be impressed by characters I quite enjoyed in TV show. If they're written well and they engage with the story, it could still lead to some cool character development stuff, but sadly not. The characters we get are just going through the motions that we're going through halfway through the season. Kind of takes away the growth that I think was happening through the TV show. And also, some of them just annoyed me because it feels like they were unable to grasp the concept of the mission they were on. They literally go down to a planet with hardly any extant life, maybe some small plant life, with the idea being that they're going to be in a simulation on planet instead of in the holodeck, to give them this chance for slightly more unpredictability, but understanding that they were still in a simulation. And repeatedly, people just get confused about the idea that's like, oh yeah, but that's not real, we don't have to worry about that, forgetting that they're being marked on the idea that they're acting the way they would if it was real. It just feels like if they can't understand the core concept of, the holodecks in any way, shape, or form, they shouldn't be in Starfleet Academy. You also get this idea of the competing between the War College and Starfleet Academy, and this idea of it all being a competition with marks and people putting far more attention on doing well in terms of their perceived score, as if they're going for cultural cachet doing well rather than the joy of the science of it all. It does feel like it's going back even further from beyond where halfway through the season, right back at the beginning for these people. And even then, some of the characters who very much were yeah, they love Starfleet, they're doing it because it's exciting and it's interesting, even they are coming across of well, I just want to do this because it gets a commendation in my file and might help me in my future career within Starfleet. And honestly, I just don't care. I wanted something interesting. Certainly, I'd be happy to take character driven as opposed to narrative driven, but nothing interested me or intrigued me at all about it. And the artwork wasn't enough to even elevate it that much. So yeah, but a big no from me on this one, I'm afraid. That's it for now, though. Until I see you all again, look after each other, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.